I've got a secret. Um, this area that you see here, yeah, my secret is I'm not really organized. Um, yeah, give me a second. This is my composing space, and up here it looks good, and then I pan down, and this is actually my coffee table that serves as a repository of all the crap that comes into my house. I need to fix that. I need a writing desk. So I'm gonna build one. This morning I went to Home Depot and I picked up some supplies. Let's see what I got. I think that should do nicely for a desk. This is a piece of 25 inch by 50 inch birch butcher block. And it's intended for a countertop, but it is the perfect size for large scores, putting computer on it, and this is what I'm going to use to be making my new composing desk. I ordered some legs off of Amazon.com to hold it up, and we're going to get to installing those first, and then we'll do some of the finishing touches on the desk. The first step is to decide which side I'm going to use, and taking a look, there's a big hole in this one right here. There's some filler here, so this side here is going to need to be the bottom. I've gone through and marked exactly where the leg corner is going to be, and it's 1 inch in from each side, and from here I'm going to go ahead and put the legs on. First leg is on. 4 more to go. It's late September. I am drenched in sweat. It's probably 90 something degrees outside at 10 o'clock in the morning. I hate Texas. I mean, there's a myriad of reasons to hate Texas. The weather's one of them. Hating aside, though, I've got 4 legs on here. It's looking pretty good. I've got, there's still a lot to do, though, because I don't want just a simple flat surface. I need some accoutrement. I've gone over the top of the butcher block with some 400 grit sandpaper. I'm going to wipe it off with a cloth. It's mostly finished, so I don't need to do a lot to it. But we just want it nice and smooth for when I'm writing those symphonies on it. So I'm just going to take the cloth, wipe off all the excess sawdust on here, and it should be pretty good, nice and smooth. Yeah. The next step is putting this in, and with the lighting pretty bad, it's a plug with USB chargers on it, and I want to have that ready to go on the desk. So I'm going to cut out a hole and put that in. I've probably spent the last hour drilling and sawing away at the hole for the outlet, but I've finally got it big enough where I can get the plug in. Let me show you. So this is going to be the hole for the plug, and we'll just slip the wires through here. The plug drops down, and boom, right on top of the table. Power. Sweet. The next step is pegs. I'd like to have 4 pegs on here. I bought these off Woodwind and Brasswind. These are universal clarinet flute pegs, and I'm going to put 4 of them right up here. All right, I've got the 4 pegs installed, and next step is take everything off, take it outside, and stain it. So one last look at the unstained butcher block, and let's put some color on this thing. All right, here goes nothing. And that is a gorgeous blue, exactly what I was hoping for. and I've got a coat of stain over the whole thing, and I really like it. Even after some intense scrubbing, my hands look I did like some unspeakable things to a smurf. I've gone inside for a little bit and gotten some fluids in me. I spent several hours out this morning. I'm waiting on the desk to dry, and at the moment, I literally smell like a gorilla, and no one needs to be around that. All right, it is a few hours later. I've got a little worse lighting here, but I've got the desk complete. It's got to dry a little bit. It's got a few coats of polyurethane on it that it's drying, but you can see that I've got the plug in place. I've got my pegs in place, and it's going to be a really nice workstation for me. So for the first time in 2 years, I have my feet propped up on my coffee table. It actually has coffee on it. It is no longer a storage receptacle for the various and sundry crap that piles up in my living room. I have the full desk built. It's installed, and well, let's take a tour of the desk. So there's still some cleaning up to do, and I made a big fundamental flaw when I designed it, but it works pretty well. The big fundamental flaw is I wanted everything to be on the left side, the plug, the pegs, and that stuff. Yeah, they somehow ended up on the right side. I'm not sure how that happened, but I will live with it. But as you can see, the desk is big enough for full score. That is the score to Symphony 2. That is 11 by 17 paper. I've got my clarinets there. Over here I've got stuff for recording, my microphone. I have a brand new thing of unused Blackwing pencils that I got for my birthday. So those are going to be used for that. And over to here I've got music stand. Overall, I am really happy with how this desk has turned out. It means that I can finally have a place to sit down and write, sit down and edit, instead of sitting back in my recliner with the laptop on my lap. Eventually I'd like to get an actual computer monitor up here, and so I can view full scores on the monitor instead of on my laptop. But super happy about this. I've got everything somewhat organized now. There's still a long way to go, but yeah, I have a really nice, good writing desk now. And I no longer smell like the decaying corpse of a water buffalo. So, I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.